We're here at the Double Tree in Northeast Portland, and we're here to protest and show our outrage about a decision that's been made recently. There's a meeting going on inside. The Pinniped Task Force is on its final day of a 4-day meeting, and what they're determining is we're 3 years into this lethal removal program. The states of Oregon, Washington, and Idaho have applied for a permit to kill sea lions in the Columbia River, California sea lions, for simply eating fish. These sea lions have for thousands of years migrated up this river following the natural salmon runs. They are a part of this ecosystem. They have evolved with the salmon, helped strengthen the salmon. And what's happening is the sea lions are being scapegoated because human issues have caused a huge decimation of salmon populations. And so this Pinniped Task Force that's meeting today, this 18-member task force, has a lot of vested interest groups. The deck is really stacked against the sea lions. Most of the people involved have an interest in fishing themselves, and so they really want more fish for themselves. And so this task force is looking at the data that's been collected and deciding whether or not they should continue this lethal removal program. 40 sea lions have been removed to date. The data shows that no matter how many sea lions they remove from the river, the predation levels haven't changed. The sea lions are eating about the same number of fish. In fact, this last year the predation has gone up. And what we're also seeing is a huge increase in new sea lions. And this is what was predicted. When you take sea lions out of the river, new sea lions will come to take their place. This last year in 2010, there was 65% of the sea lions that were observed had not been observed in previous years. So no matter how many sea lions they kill, more sea lions are just going to come to take the place. And this is really a distraction from the real issues that are causing the salmon decimation. Well, we have the Columbia River is all dammed up. It's wreaking havoc on the salmon's habitat, making it hard for them to come back to spawn. The introduction of non-native fish like walleye and bass have been recently determined to be a huge problem with the predation of the juvenile salmon smolt, and that issue alone could eclipse all the other problems that salmon are facing. But these agencies are not willing to take on the fishing industry. In fact, they said it directly in a summary of their report about this problem. They said that they have not been willing to take on the fishing lobby. And that's the problem here, is that this is not a biological-based decision. This is really, it's all about politics. And the fishing lobby has a strong interest in trying to get as many salmon as they can for themselves. They don't want to look at the problem as it relates to their industry. And so here we are scapegoating sea lions for eating fish. It's a joint effort. The Oregon and Washington Departments of Fish and Wildlife ponying up $2 million, and then it's being matched by some federal money. So we're really spending millions of dollars a year to kill these sea lions. The issue of identifying sea lions has been very problematic. And in fact, In Defense of Animals filed a lawsuit because the ODFW, Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife, did remove a sea lion, C657, incorrectly. But they do have, the Army Corps has every year a new group of students who observe from the top of the dam and try to identify these sea lions. It's mandated by law because these sea lions are protected species under the Marine Mammal Protection Act. And under Section 120 that allows for this lethal removal, they have a very narrow window, or a very narrow specific charge. They have to identify individuals that are seen creating a significant impact on the salmon population. So they have to identify them, which has been a problem. But they do they have a branding process, and they're trapping and branding these sea lions with these big ugly brands, and that is one of the ways that they identify them. You know, with the data that's been collected, we're using the government's own data. This task force should be shutting this program down. It's clearly not working. It's not going to work. As sea lions get killed, new sea lions take their place. Sea lion predation is actually up. There's more stellar sea lions than ever before, which are not a part of this program and are protected differently because of their status, and so they can't be removed. And really, this money would be better spent elsewhere, in looking at getting gill nets out of the river, in changing the fishing quotas, and you know, looking at the introduction of non-native fish, and you know, whatever we can do with restoring habitat. That would go a lot further to protect salmon than killing a native species for simply eating. And with the sea lions, they don't have as strong of a lobby, unfortunately, as some of these fishing interests do, and therefore politically it's a lot easier to just kill sea lions and to divert attention away from these other things that are a little bit more politically unsavory.
Gill netters take 3 times the amount the sea lions take in one season, and they extended the gill netting to an extra day this year.
Why'd they do that?
Well, they figured there must be enough salmon for the fishing industry, but not enough for the sea lions. So once they kill all the sea lions, who's next? The bald eagle, the bear? I pledge to give up my salmon for the sea lion. Will the gill netters do the same? I challenge the gill netters. Get a good job. Go into stream restoration if you want to save the salmon. Get the pollution out of the river.